No, I mean I just heard it and I was like, what? Okay, that
That's
sounds pretty amazing.
Two.
I hope Joff saw it.
Yeah, I think he said his camera was kind of wonky, so.
Oh, and we are live. We are live. We are live.
Yeah.
But let's take this time to set everything up. I'm gonna go live on Kumu right now. Also, how are you, Walda?
It's all good.
Yeah, I was saying earlier. Sometimes things happen in the world where you're like, "Oh, dude, I would love to lay some stuff, some stuff down
maybe
with
we
the
should
homies."
just count on her just pitching. Like,
Oh,
I mean, we
man.
can always just do it on our own. And
All right, here we go. What's up, Ninja? How are you?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and share this with our friends. Kumusta sa lahat ng mga tao dyan? What is that?
yeah,
It's a rare Monday show nowadays.
Yes. How can I share this? I hate when I can't share this. Post. Oh. Copy link.
Oh. Yeah, just make sure everyone who's subscribed, put your notifications on and whatnot, so
There you go.
so you know when
Thank
we
you,
go
Walda.
live.
There you go, Walda.
If you subscribed on Twitch, if you subscribed on YouTube's, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Kumu, just follow us, subscribe, make sure you have notifications on, and you'll know whenever we go live. Pretty
There you
simple.
go. Very
easy.
simple. Hi guys, kumusta sa lahat ng mga tao out there? If you happen to be watching us on Twitch, go ahead and let us know in the comments too what's going on, how you guys feel about this. We will definitely put your comments on the screen and everything. I'm so sorry, Joff. There we go. We got Mike Lowry, aka Joff
Damn,
Smith
my
Prime.
camera's
in the
fucked
house.
up. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with my camera.
All right, sorry.
Hold on. Stop the video. Freaking fix this bullshit.
Thank you to everybody out there. What is up? Yeah, we had to do a Monday show because something, when things happen in pop culture. I was telling Waldo earlier, Ninja here, that when things happen in pop culture, that's what we've been doing here for the last 10 years on the hub, dissecting pop culture, making fun of it, breaking it down, yada yada. This could be one of the biggest things that's ever happened, ever, Ninja.
agreed.
This is crazy. I did not see it go down live, but it is.
No, we're trying to be the next Pinay Oprah.
It is crazy. So, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, sorry guys. If you guys don't know what we're talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock, the incident that had happened. Sabotage is in the building. I want to give a shout out to Sabotage. He was one of the only streams last night that was actually talking about this. So
Thought it was fake.
I got to hear it from his perspective. I got to hear it from a whole bunch of other people's perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So, Sab, you know what we do. This is a hub. We do pop culture. This is probably the biggest thing that's ever happened in pop culture. I was telling Ninja right now. You know, so we're going to dissect this. Go ahead and, put down in the comments. Go ahead and please share this. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, we're going to break it down. Joff over here, Mike Lowry, talking about he thought it was he thought it was fake at first.
Yeah, man. I mean, it looked like a wrestling. Like I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I was like, fuck.
No, it definitely looks like a wrestling hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a wrestling hit, like a slap shit. Because Will Smith looked stiff when he was like, when he did it. He was like, damn. And Chris Rock just took it.
Will Smith probably went like, oh, I can't believe I'm really doing this. That's probably why he's stiff.
Sabotage did mention, and this was one of my comments too last night, is if wifey say you go, you better go. I had kind of alluded to maybe when the cameras weren't on her. I bet you she was like, she gave him that look like, you better go up there.
No, this is what
yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I honestly doubt it.
Because he was laughing, right?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And Jada rolled her eyes, and this is probably said, Pac would never let nobody disrespect me like that, or your boy August Alsina, whatever, the entanglement dude. Yep. So Will Smith had to like, fuck, I gotta go, and he was walking there and slapped him, and he was walking like he was like Wild Wild West Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But,
Yo, Ninja, what about you? What was your reaction? Did you see it live? Did you see just a clips? What was your reaction?
No, I didn't watch it live.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live.
I just logged on to Twitter and I was just like, what is happening here? And everyone was talking about it, so I watched the uncensored version from Australia, and apparently Japan had it uncensored as well. So, but yeah, I watched the uncensored version, and it was just one of those things where I'm like, that's. You're not really expecting anything like that to go down at an Oscars. It's an awards show. Everyone's dressed up to the nines. Everyone's, circle jerking each other, that kind of thing.
Sabotage put here, she was like, set it off, on that left cheek. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And then when it actually happened, it's like, oh my God, that's kind of wild that you would just do that. And then, obviously it kind of looks a little fake. So it's like, is it really real? Is it, did he really do it? Is it staged? And then you watch a lot of the stuff before and after, and all the different footages and stuff like that. And then, he apologized for it after he won his Oscar right afterwards. And then he apologized today on Instagram. So no, it's real. They had something going on. Oh, we just lost Joffrey. But yeah, they definitely had something happening, and he was really angry. Why it took that turn, I honestly don't know. Because yeah, like Joffrey was saying, he was laughing at it. He was giggling about something, and then it took a dark turn, and then he went and
he
slapped
Chris Rock. He saw Jada wasn't happy, so like, and she probably wished something.
Nah, I highly doubt that. But
Pop would never have let me have somebody disrespect me like that. It was funny because his son said he tweeted, "This is how we do," whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody replied, "Oh, this is how y'all do," and it was a picture of the family, but it's not Will Smith. It was August Alsina. Like it's a real photo, but it was with August Alsina.
The other guy, right?
Yeah. That dude. It's like, yeah. Jada probably said like, I mean, they're public people. Like I'm sure everything's
That-
fair game or whatever.
and I think that's what. Well, of course, this is why we do our stuff. So that's why we're going to talk about it, and we're going to speculate. We're going to give you hot takes. We're going to, you guys down there in the comments too. If you happen to be on Kumu right now, go ahead and put in the comments there. How you're feeling and all that stuff. But I didn't watch it live.
Yeah.
Neither. I was. Whoo! Like when I seen that go down, I first I was able to take a break and I saw it on Rex Navarrete. Rex Navarrete put up a post. That was the first thing I saw on my feed that said, "No comedian should ever be assaulted on stage." I didn't even know what he was talking about. I automatically went to Google and typed in "comedians hit on stage," and the first thing I seen was, the Chris Rock video. Click on it and did not expect that I was going to see what I was going to see. So I literally had my mouth like, like, no way. Like, did that just happen? And the shock of seeing it, and then the humor set in. And I had all types of feelings, though. I had all types of feelings. DJ When Love is saying I must have replayed it 30 times.
I was when Waldo posted. I think it was you, Waldo, when you posted it, and I couldn't. I thought it was fake for sure, and then they showed stills. I'm like, oh, he hit his face. So, because that sound didn't sound like a slap.
No, it sounded like someone hit his mic or something like that.
Yeah,
That's what
So
it
that was
sounded like.
That was a hell of a slap. Then. Now, this is what we were kind of debating last night, amongst friends. Shout out to Sabotage, shout out to my Elite X folks, shout out to Post Up Gang. But, yo, should he have slapped? I would have thrown a fist. Why a slap? You guys ever, did that ever cross your mind? You guys in the comments, let us know.
it's slap is disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Sure, it would be. I mean, whether or not it was warranted, that's definitely an argument.
Sabotage is saying he
But
don't
yeah,
respect Chris. That's why he slapped him. I was saying too, he sized him up.
Yeah, nah. If it was if it was Jamie Foxx that said that, Jamie Foxx is not that tall, but he's gonna fight you. He's not gonna say that to Jamie Foxx or fucking whoever. It's just like, plus like I don't know. Hey, Jada probably got enough of fucking Chris Rock just talking shit about her.
Because he did talk earlier too, I think, about her.
Yeah.
At a different time.
Yeah,
talking about
4 years
2016.
ago. Yeah,
2016. Chris is saying it was a pimp slap. I mean, let us know in the comments, guys. We'll talk about it. Again, like when I seen it, I had to watch it a whole bunch of times just to be like, yo, did that just really happen? Did he actually connect? Did he hit him? Was it playful? But when I first saw it the first time, I was like, yo, he got smacked.
Well, and like,
you know what I mean? So that's what I saw.
And plus, it seemed like after the slap, he went down, right? He went back to the seat. It seemed like he was overacting a little bit when he was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, whatever. It seems like, oh man, he's kind of laying it on thick. It doesn't seem real,
Yeah, it seemed a little odd. Yeah,
it seemed theatrical.
I think for me that was the realest part when he started saying, "Keep my name out of whatever."
no,
That's when I was like, "Oh, this is real."
Yeah, but then I also remembered he's an Oscar award-winning actor and all that kind of stuff. That's why it still seemed really weird to me.
I thought it was a skit.
So
I could see then why people would think it was staged. A lot of people is staged. Sabotage is saying it's some old beef.
Yeah.
They're probably feeling some way.
Probably, yeah.
From 2016. And originally the joke from 2016 was like, oh, the Oscars aren't black enough. You know what I mean? And his only joke there was, well, they didn't invite you because you ain't got no movie out. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
or they didn't pick Will's movie. That's why y'all didn't get invited. So I thought that was fair game. And he's a comedian. So this is where like I had all types of feelings. Like as soon as that happened, I thought back to Rex Navarrette's first thing, and I thought about, oh, so that's open season. That's open season on comedians.
Why can't we try to pitch Monica?
I don't think so.
Comedians been getting attacked. Comedians been being attacked in the last year. It's kind of toxic and crazy.
Like who else? Who else has been attacked?
Waldo, go look it up. Really, go look it up. These people are like, they may not be famous. Okay, I'm just saying, people are going up on stage to attack. Like people that do their art. You know what I'm saying? So, Sabotage is saying they got reckless. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
go ahead, Joff.
It's Chris Rock. What do you expect? And you're sitting in front. You know what I mean? And you know his act. You sees you, he might clown you. So, I'm not saying what he said. It's neither here or there. Like if it's wrong or disrespectful, or if he knew that it's like a condition or whatever.
Well, I mean, whoever wrote that joke probably should have.
No, they said it was.
I think that was off the head. That was off the head. There was no way that was written in.
Yeah, it was ad-lib.
Sabotage is saying just a balance. You can't. You could say some shit, but there's some shit you can't say. There's been reports,
it's
fair game. You think it's all fair game?
No, it's a show. Like if it's like a public, private setting, yeah, you get dealt with. But that's a public. It's a show. It's a, it's an award show. It's for
And they are actors. They do ad lib, Sag.
It's
right.
It's a show. It's like, dude. I mean, you can go in the back in the break, like deal with it like that. But
what was your first feeling though when you see that shit go down, John? Honestly, what was your? Were you like, do you feel bad for Chris? Did you? I mean, were you like, oh man, Will's tripping? I mean,
I don't know.
Were your
I didn't know it was real. It was like, and then you get these like fan videos of like, oh yeah, Denzel like calming Will Smith down. I was imagining fucking Denzel as Alonzo. Like, you want to go to the booty house? You want to go to the booty house? That's what I think. I was seeing Denzel talking to him like that. I'm like, that's calm him down. Go back to his seat and shit.
Sabotage was saying it was funny for me. Chris is saying that I was like, whoa, what just happened? He was
he wasn't
taking a shot.
Yeah, he didn't think it was real either. It's like he was in shock. I was like, dude, fucking Will Smith slapped the shit out of me.
I'm just looking it up, and there's one news article about a gay comedian getting attacked. But most of the news articles that I'm seeing are people are just scared, like comedians are scared of being attacked.
I would say news articles. I'm talking about video clips on YouTube where people are being attacked during their stand-up. I've seen enough even on Facebook.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and there are plenty of videos that are saying it's happened. But what I'm saying is I don't think this is actually. You're thinking it's going to set a trend. A lot of these people think it's going to set a trend. I don't think it's.
I think so. Dumb people. I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone who's actually going to do that are going to look at Will Smith and be like, "Oh, that guy was able to do it. I can do it too." I mean, that's a stretch. I think that's honestly a stretch.
That fool.
I don't think anyone's really going to do that.
Because Jada's been putting their business on fucking Front Street for a while.
And this is a narrative that's been out there. So I mean, we can get into it too.
So it's open for jokes. So it's open for
jokes. I think that's fine joking about stuff, but I think there are ways to joke about it without making someone feel bad about certain things. And this is definitely something that she apparently has feelings about, right?
Yeah, because it's
Whether or not Chris Rock knew about it, I don't
yeah,
know. But you can definitely do jokes which aren't
See, that's the thing
necessarily
that
low hanging fruit. You know?
that is a narrative that is out there that he did not know that she had alopecia
Yeah,
problems or
sure,
whatever.
sure,
yeah. He probably thought it
So,
was
sure.
just a look, like
yeah, exactly. So, I
Love you,
thought
bye.
that was such a tame joke, but maybe that's the one.
The GI Jane thing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe Will was like, "Hey, I'm ready for the entanglement jokes." Which, what's her name, Regina Hall? She hit him with the bar before,
yeah.
earlier in the telecast.
Yeah, that one wasn't even. That was tame too.
Yeah,
Like, and
but
Jada was laughing. Jada was laughing.
I think the alopecia, which is something
Yeah, yeah,
personal for anybody, maybe
yeah,
they're like, Cloud Effects is in the house. What's up?
yeah. I don't
How
think
are
she
you?
was ready for that one. But like,
Yeah.
dude, it's fucking Chris
I mean,
Rock, dude.
and that's a public thing, and I mean, I personally didn't know about it
Yeah, I didn't
because
know.
I don't really pay that much attention
Yep.
to it, to that kind of stuff.
Chris is saying
Um,
they're questioning if Jada even has the hair disease. There's a whole bunch of narratives here, guys, that we can
I mean,
talk about.
she's talked about it before, I believe. I
Yeah.
think that's a thing, right? So,
What you guys think about that
but
speech? Is
where
that
he said he messed up and yada 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 and try to
that was super
validate or
crazy?
defend himself.
That
Yeah,
was super
of course
crazy.
it is.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
crazy.
it's.
Well,
I
he
mean,
apologized today to Chris because, like, well, Chris Rock is doing a tour, so fucking, he's gonna fucking. I'll be
His
upset if
his ticket
Chris Rock
sales did spike too, Joff. I just read a report.
if Chris Rock doesn't fucking roast his ass, like fucking, you know, it's open season now. Chris is like, all right, I didn't. He probably pissed because like he didn't. He seemed like he just took it. Everybody's saying, oh, you like, but what's Chris gonna do? It's like it's just gonna make it worse if he retaliated.
Well, a lot of people are commending Chris Rock. Even saying, "Yo, Chris is gangster for even taking the hit and trying to act professional throughout it." You
Yeah.
know, I've heard other people
yeah,
say, like, "Look, he don't need Will Smith money. If he did, he could sue him. He could, whatever. He
Nah, he's
Chris
just
Rock.
gonna
sure.
yeah, he's just gonna kill him. Like
Yeah,
he's
you know
just
what I
gonna
mean. He
kill him
kept
on
it one hundred
stage.
No,
percent
he's
G.
gonna talk shit. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
talk
he's
shit.
gonna talk shit and the jokes. He's like that's why probably Will Smith apologized today. He didn't realize like oh shit, Chris is on tour. These jokes are gonna be it's
Yep, that's right, Cloud.
these
I,
jokes are gonna be fucking
there's a whole
flying.
bunch of narratives that's out there. There's a whole bunch of narratives that's out there. One that I speculated on was Jada saying, "You better go up there." You know what I mean? Gave him that look, and he was like, you know,
Yeah,
again, I don't know, saying it from funny purposes, for joking purposes.
He
And the
probably
reason why
did.
I joke
Like
about that,
he was
the reason why I do joke about that is because I've been following this whole Will Smith Jada thing for the last couple years, right? In an entertainment way, because it's super
yeah.
messy, right?
And
And the way
she's the
the way
one
she came off, was she's a predator, yo. She is a manipulative predator that supposedly took advantage of somebody that was going through something at the time and ended up having an affair with this dude. What's even funnier than that is August goes and makes an entire album about the whole thing, which got even more messier. People were dragging Will through the mud on the whole red table talks because they actually talked about all this stuff
No, but I
there.
thought it was cool because they said they've said it before. They had an open marriage, right? So I'm saying,
yeah.
so what's the problem?
That's crazy right there.
I
A
mean,
lot
I
of it.
assume Will Smith is getting some on the side
Yeah,
too. I mean, I
yeah,
Yeah,
don't
they
I
talked
don't know
about that
why
too.
yeah, because they said
I
they
don't know
we
why
have an
people are
open
making fun
marriage.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
if
an
that's
open
the
marriage.
case, I don't see them make. I don't know why people are making fun of just Will Smith. I mean, I assume both of them are having fun because that's the agreement. you think Will Smith can't get laid? I mean,
Mhm.
that's insane to me. if if people are assuming that doesn't make any sense. So I mean, honestly, I understand that it's a lot of the stuff is very much gossip. People like to talk about it, but it's really not that big of a deal, you know. Them having an open marriage,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You know, they said it. It was like, all right, it's probably some Hollywood shit. It's cool, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? They're always around fucking beautiful people and shit, and you get
Mhm.
tempted, and then that's you know. So I thought that's just how they made their marriage work. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
they'll be attracted to other people, and they have consent to like have sex with them or whatever, and that's it. And I thought
yeah,
that's the one with the August Alsina thing. I thought it was like, oh, that's Jada's dude that he's banging on the side, and who else probably have like some secret chick, whatever.
yeah. I feel like that's the normal Hollywood relationship, but they're just open
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, they were open about it. That's why they're
I mean,
catching
yeah,
jokes and shit.
that's what I assume. Like everyone in Hollywood is basically like that, except the two of them are just talking about it, which is like,
Weirdos.
is it?
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's probably a pretty sweet deal.
I mean, is it weird? I mean, there's a lot of people who are in open marriages and who don't live in Hollywood. I mean, it is not, it's not every day, but it's not uncommon, right? It's not unheard of.
Oh no, I'm
People
not
do
talking.
have stuff
I'm
like
not
this.
talking about them. I'm not talking about them and the way that you want to marry and your arrangements or whatever. That's I'm all for whoever if they believe in that's the love and I'm just talking about what I'm just talking about what Hollywood has done to people like this. I mean
Sure. Yeah.
these are child actors. You know, they've been doing this stuff since they were kids. You know what I mean? So when Chappelle or whoever back in the day, right, would talk about the craziness of what Hollywood or what fame can do to you and all that stuff, like as again as if they're on some like, hey, this is how we want to live our life, cool. But then again, you are living it in the public eye. So I guess when we see things, of course, that we're not used to, we'll either make a comment, make fun, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But also, we'll also be like, yo, what's toxic? What's this? These are two toxic
Mhm.
folks, you know? And I'm for somebody defending his wife and his family and whoever. I think the way he went about it was super crazy. You know,
Yeah. No, I agree.
um, for two of
He could have
Hollywood's biggest.
literally live tweeted his response and just be done with it, right? Like he didn't have to actually go up there and hit him, you know? Like I feel like that's a little much.
For him
Like
to
if you
go
take
up,
offense to that, you know?
I think I was offended that you, you see, and I'm not saying that they got to behave in front of a whole bunch of white folks. It's not what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
But you are Hollywood elite. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're Chris Rock. You're Will Smith. You would have decorum. You know what I mean? And in their communities, the black communities and stuff, that's black excellence.
Oh,
Correct? You know what I'm
the
saying?
fucked up.
So it
Yeah.
just looks fucked up. That
No, the
four
fucked up
years
thing
ago,
is,
we're talking about boycotting the Oscars because it's not black enough, and then 4 years later, this is what happens.
the
Yeah.
fucked up
That's
thing is,
crazy.
the 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 Oscars producers. This is the first time like they were
A
black
black man
producers.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
black producer.
for this
Correct.
Oscar, and then fucking shit happened. Wild out. So I'm like, well,
Yeah. It's
hey, well,
I mean,
Again, my
I
thing was I thought it was super wrong for him to go up there and hit him. What about you, Ninja? Go ahead.
uh yeah, I don't think he should have done that. Obviously violence is never really the answer, right? And people saying things about your wife, it's like, okay, here's the thing. In real life, people are saying things about your wife. You do have two options. One is to beat the crap out of the person saying these things, or you just walk away, right? Like, that's usually those are the two options. And just walking away, it's like,
It's fucking hard to walk away.
I was gonna ask.
it can be. No, it can be, but at the same time, it's like the consequences of you beating someone down,
Yeah.
is way worse than just walking away.
Yep.
Yeah, you might get your man card pulled, but who fucking cares, right? we're not in high school anymore,
Let me ask you this,
family,
Waldo.
right?
Let me ask you this, Waldo, and also Joff. Would you have had as much restraint as Chris Rock? He did turn after he got slapped. He turned his back to him. He could have threw a mic at him. He could have rushed him off the stage.
Yeah.
If that was you in that position, would you have been able to show restraint, Ninja? And then Joff after.
If I was Chris Rock on stage in a setting like that, yes, I would have not thrown a punch. Don't invite Will Smith to a roast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, correct. That is correct. Scientific. Yeah, in a situation like that, if I'm on stage with cameras on me, then no, I would not have fought back. If I'm in a bar and someone hits me, then yes, I will definitely fight back. Because that's a completely different scenario, right?
I'm just talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about, though, if that was you on stage and you got smacked like that, would you have continued on professionally like how he had did?
Yeah,
or would you have responded a different way? Got you.
No,
all right, what about you, Joff?
I mean, it's ridiculous to hit back in that situation.
Nah, man.
Would you have done something, Joff?
Fuck yeah, dude. He hit me. Shit. I'm just doing my job. He came in. He violated my space.
100%. He very much did.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm all for fucking being the better man or whatever. Fucking turning the other cheek, motherfucker. Turn the other cheek for me to slap.
He leaned into that too. You know what I mean? Because I thought he was on some joke.
He probably thought it was a joke. Yeah, he probably thought it was a joke. But yeah, it's kind of like okay, Chris Rock and Will Smith probably have known each other for a long, long time. They're probably buds, or at least are fairly well acquainted with each other. They're co-workers at the very least, right?
Chris Rock has done an episode of The Fresh Prince from back in the day. Also,
I mean, and they probably hang around in the same circles and all that kind of stuff.
Well, Chris Rock worked with Jada on they're doing the fucking what's that Madagascar? They're doing the fucking voices and shit.
Yeah, but they probably weren't even in the same room doing those voices. I mean, that's usually how that works.
Yeah, maybe.
But what I'm saying is the situation is your coworker just slapped you in front of all your other coworkers.
Yeah, but they've been doing press junkets and shit, so they probably spend time like that.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, in this situation, this is pretty much what happened, right? Your coworker just hit you in front of a bunch of other coworkers, in front of a bunch of people who are like your bosses in theory, right? Would you hit him back? I mean, in this case,
and Chris,
it seems
Chris
wild
did say, if you take the first hit, it's assault. You know what I mean? So he was assaulted on stage. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I was talking to other people and they're like, hey, there's no bag big enough, because people are like, yo, if you retaliate, you fuck up the bag. Other people are like, yo, there's no bag big enough that I can't, you know what I mean? Redeem myself,
Well, it depends on who's giving you the bag. Chris Rock got his own bag, you know what I mean?
100%. So, if that was me, man, I think he took it so good that he first get hit, the shock of, damn,
he was shocked. Yeah, because nobody expect to get slapped on stage, especially Chris Rock and Oscars.
Not at the Oscars.
Yeah, not the
Not
Oscars.
at the Oscars.
It's like, dude, You know, if it's a comedy club, maybe, but Oscars, dog.
But that restraint of him to go through, I'm just like, wow. I don't know how I would have felt. I probably would have fucked up the bag and rushed him. I don't know. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough to really, and let's say
I
you're sitting there laughing and all that stuff,
yeah,
and
I
all of a
thought
sudden you look over your wife or your partner is like, yo, I'm not having it. And for you to, I mean, Joff, if you were in that position right there, you
I
laughed at first.
I
Would you
mean
have gone up?
I it's not the same situation, but I mean it's a comedy club. It's probably our second now girly. It's probably some other chick.
Okay, so this
It's
has
probably some
something happened
our,
to you. Is this a all right? Go
Oh,
into it.
okay,
Go
okay,
into
okay,
it.
it's
okay, okay.
it's the second date, and we're in
Second date.
front, and the date I had, and
Who'd you
like
go see?
I don't know, some comedy shit at fucking Sunnyvale, whatever. Some not open mic night, but it's like there's something different for a second date. It's like, oh, let's go
Okay,
comedy club, whatever, right? So
nice.
we go, and you know, uh, I can't remember how it started. Like the I think the comedian he was working kind of clean, and he was asking questions and stuff, and she wasn't heckling my date, or like, but she said something kind of
What
like
up, Greg?
something effect of crotchless panties, whatever. I remember crotchless panties, and then and his thing is like, uh, you're gonna have to wear because it was, I don't know, but the thing was she was supposed to wear this fucking bag over her head, and I'm thinking, fuck, I can't let her fucking, even though it's her fault, she fucking heckled some shit that the comedian didn't like.
Your date heckled the comedian.
Not heckled, but like she said something like crotchless panties because the comedian was asking for shit. Like, I don't know, but she said crotchless panties.
Okay, gotcha.
That I remember that distinct, crotchless
Mm-hmm.
panties. And he was, I guess, because he was working clean, so that kind of like, maybe threw him off, or whatever. So,
Mm.
because his thing is like, oh, like if you say something, whatever, you wear this bag, and I'm like in my head, it's like I'm doing the calculations. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to wear this bag, baby, because I can't let her wear it because like I hadn't smashed yet. So I'm fucking trying to get in there. You know what I mean? That's my like, dude. I'm in here, fucking. The whole point of this fucking bullshit, so I could fucking smash, and of course I can't fucking put her in Front Street, even if it's her fault. She said something dumb. But thankfully, the comedian didn't really like give her the paper bag to
Like
wear over her
didn't go
head.
into it.
Yeah, because I'm like, shit, all right. Even though it's fucking, I don't know. It's subjective. Like he didn't like what she said, and and he was trying to work clean, and somebody said crotchless panties. So like, I'm gonna have to wear this bag because I ain't smashed yet. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta like do whatever I can, and I'd be chivalrous if I could take the hit for her. It's like maybe it's fucking
Grub is saying the things that we do.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Right? Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah,
Talk on that.
I was like I said, I hadn't smashed yet. It's the second date. She wasn't giving it up, and I'm not forcing it. I was like, yeah, just like, just go with the flow, whatever. She didn't feel like giving it up, so I'm like, cool. I'm not gonna force it. Just go out. Hey, yeah, I know, but hey, it's like they sat us in front row, so that's why I'm like, shit. Like, we're in front row, we finna get roasted here.
Yeah.
But because it was a small club, and that's where
True.
they
Wait, so
sat
did you
us.
wear the bag? What's it?
No, they gave her the bag, but they didn't really like have her wear it. But I was gonna wear it if they tell like, oh, you gotta wear it. I'm like, all right, I gotta wear this then.
Yo, shout out to my man Grub Life. It was him and Sabotage that last night we were talking about how this went down. He had some really funny takes. So Grub, if you wanted to give some takes, or if you wanted to come up too, I can also send you the link at any time. You know what I'm saying? I can send you the link at any time. But
Cloud with the important
right here,
question.
with the important question right here to Joffrey. More importantly, did you smash Joffrey?
Yeah, not that night, but eventually I fucking,
Eventually.
Hey, it's fucking, it's the battle of attrition. You gotta
You said battle of attrition?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, so you
It's not.
wore
long
down
game?
her defenses. You
Yeah,
wore
it's
down her
not shock.
defenses?
It's not. I'm not coming in there fucking
Oh,
shocking
my
off,
goodness.
bombing everything. I'm like, hey,
Not a
trench
blitzkrieg.
warfare, baby. Trench
Yeah,
warfare,
okay.
fucking World War One. Fucking
Take an inch, lose an inch.
Trench
Yeah.
warfare.
a war down, dog.
One thing that we talked about last night, again, shout out to Grubla, shout out to Sabotage and stuff. One thing that had came up, a word that came up last night, and also all over social media I've been seeing is the word
Man, my internet is trash. Sorry.
the word chivalry. Was that chivalry? Was that chivalrous? What he did? You know what I'm saying? Pontificate is saying smash them before they smash you. Joff right there, smash them, right, Joff? Right?
Dude, yeah, hell yeah.
So dumb.
Was chivalry involved last night? Did you guys feel chivalry was involved last night?
I don't know if it's chivalry. It's fucking. It's his duty. That's his wife. You know what I mean? That's just like, oh shit.
So maybe, but here's the thing, right? Did he do it for her, or did he do it for himself?
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Did
he go up there basically saying?
Elaborate that for me.
Yeah. Well, instead of
for
going
himself?
to see how, instead of I didn't really see all of it, right? But how did he treat her after? Like, he laughed at the joke, right?
Yeah, he was laughing.
Chris did say here in the comments that he's saying it's no because he was caught laughing at the joke.
Yeah, he was laughing.
So he didn't really care about the situation until, I guess, he saw Jada was upset by it. And if that's what's, pushing you, then it's like, oh, my first thought should be, oh, let me see how she is. How is she feeling about this? Is she upset? Maybe we should go take a breather, whatever, check in on her. That would have been probably the thing to do. Instead, he gets right up and smacks Chris Rock, and it's like, well, what does that do?
What if you're laughing? What if you're sitting there laughing, and all of a sudden you look over and she had the exact same face, and would you go up there?
What if she said go beat him down?
Yes.
No.
Or would you be like no? Would you look back at her and say no? You know what I mean? Or would you have gone to like what Will did? Gone
No,
up?
you just go. You probably go wait for the break and talk to Chris fucking on the side of the stage. You know what I mean?
I would have done it, the adult civil way, I suppose.
unless fucking Jada told him like fucking, hey, Pac said bomb first. It's like, all right.
Yeah, maybe she was upset at him. That's true.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's one narrative I saw too. That maybe she was upset that he was laughing, and she wasn't really mad about the joke, but she might have gotten mad that she saw all of a sudden her husband laughing about it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like,
so
he was laughing about it, and then to make up for it, he goes up there and smacks him. So yeah, did he do it for himself or did he do it for her, right? And that's what I'm kind of like wondering about.
And he did say in his speech, "I'm just like Richard, whatever. I'm a protector." That speech was just so crazy.
That's dumb, dude.
Yeah. Well, and then his Instagram, I think he said he's a work in progress, and I'm like, okay, but dude, you're like 50. You're older than I am, and you're still thinking about that. You know, maybe we should be talking about toxic masculinity or something like that.
One
You
hundred
know,
percent.
but yeah, I don't think it's chivalrous. I think the chivalrous thing is to make sure that his wife was okay. You know, and the fact that he, to make up for laughing at the joke, he immediately went up to smack Chris Rock, and I think that's just I don't know how that helps her unless she actually ordered the hit. I don't know if that actually helps her. I don't know if that actually makes her feel better.
There's been some. I saw this one video where it was a computer generated, where she basically orders the hit. She looks at him and is like, they
Sure.
alluded to
Right.
her being like, "Go," you know what I mean? Which was a
Mhm.
hot, funny. I said that take in a funny take way, but who knows? Because
Yeah.
again, we're just riffing off of what
Mhm.
happened, and not only that, speculating and just.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, "Oh man, why would you talk about something like this?" There's other stuff going on in the world and all that
Yeah. Let's
stuff.
talk about Ukraine real quick.
And that's the thing. When we do
Come on.
talk about that
Come
type of
on.
stuff, though, Ninja, who watches us?
No
Even
one.
though
No
we
one
do, we
cares.
care about that stuff. Even though we care about that shit, nobody's
Man,
watching
there's
us.
there's enough sadness in the world, man.
Yeah, so that's
Fucking
why
here
we're
for
talking
jokes,
about
man. I'm here for the jokes.
a punchline, right?
Yeah.
Just like what Chris Rock got last night. What a hell of a punchline he got last night. Did you guys feel a certain? Maybe you guys don't give a fuck about no Will Smith, right? I like the old Will Smith that used to be on Fresh Prince. I'll watch those clips, but I don't think I've gone back and watched Will Smith movies. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not a huge Will Smith fan.
So I did feel like, damn, I didn't like this. I felt let down too. Like, oh, he's generally he comes off supposedly a good guy. You know what I mean? All this stuff,
Yeah.
but
Kind of like a Tom Hanks, a little bit.
or trying to build towards that. I've been
Yeah.
telling you guys too that I love the new Bel Air show. I love the way that they took it from being a comedy to, hey, let's do it into a drama. So I'm really really liking that. So when I seen it go down, I was just like, ugh. I don't feel good about Will Smith. What do you guys feel like? Do you have any type of thing? Cloud Effects is saying too, shit. I'm not here for that too. You want to hear
He's not
you
here
want to
for
hear the
my. He's not
jokes?
here for my Ukraine. He's not here for my Ukraine take.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, Joff, did you feel some type of way, even though you're not a big fan of his?
When
After processing what you saw go down.
Oh,
I,
frozen.
There we go. Wait for Joff to come back. I'll come back right now. Thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 139 of the Hub 408. Thank you so much. Shout out to Casey for sharing this live. Shout out to Chris for sharing this live as well. Thank you guys for your virtual gifts. I appreciate it. So yeah, go ahead and put down
yeah,
in the
there you
comments
go.
too how you guys feel and all that stuff. So we'll make sure we read that out. If you happen to be on Twitch right now, YouTube, Facebook, go ahead and write in the comments. We see that you guys are watching us on those platforms too. So go ahead and put your comments in. Go ahead, Joffrey.
Yeah, our internet's on flex right now. It's like it's scheduled for repairs tomorrow. Like outage. Like this area, it's like AT or yeah, Xfinity or whatever doing some bullshit. That's why I'm fucking shit's going in and out. But I don't know. I've always thought Will was kind of corny, so I didn't. I thought this was one of his bullshit. It's like, oh, it's his act, whatever. Because at first I didn't think it was real. You know, and then all of a sudden it is. It's like, oh shit, and then he fucking apologized because he's been lobbying for a best actor too for a while, and then he finally get it. And then,
A long time. I think a long time.
yeah, and then this happened. So, so yeah, it sucks, but hey, I don't know.
Mm. What about you, Ninja? Did you feel any type of way, like after processing and seeing everything go down? Again, I don't know if you're a Will Smith fan or anything like that, but
So,
yeah, how did you feel?
I mean, I like Will Smith. I like Chris Rock. I don't have any, I don't have anything like against them. If they have an interesting movie, I'll watch it. But honestly, I don't really care about either one of these guys like that. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I'm not heartbroken or anything. It's just I saw what happened. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually did that, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny event that happened, and that was it. The honestly, the online takes have been way more hilarious and way more ridiculous than the actual incident to me. Like the memes coming out of it,
Yeah,
the hot takes that some of these people have, equating it to some political, world events and stuff like that, have been way more hilarious and way more like eye opening for me than one dude smacking another guy. Like, is it a little bit shocking to see that at an Oscars? Yes. Am I disappointed in these guys? I don't really give a shit. I don't care about celebrities like that, right? Like I can be a fan of somebody, but not be like heartbroken if they fucking like do something shitty, Because pretty much every celebrity will probably have some kind of dark secret that they don't want to talk about, you know. That's just the reality that we live in. Rich people in general are going to be shitty people. So I'm not like I'm not too heartbroken about this. Am I just like, oh, well, I thought he was a good guy, but then it turns out that he wants to just, you know, that he'll fly off the handle like that. I mean, that's shitty, but whatever. It's not affect. I'm not affected by it. Um, I
Shout
just
out,
again, I just thought it was funny, and we can move on. But apparently, people don't want to move on.
shout out to Casey. She's saying that she felt bad for everybody involved. Actually, horrible that Jada was the butt of the joke, but awful for Chris Rock for getting the shit smacked out of him on a TV. Because he didn't have enough restraint to handle it different. People have been praising his whole thing about, he didn't react. But on the flip side of that, they're like, yo, you guys, they just like what Waldo said earlier, they took your man card, from you. A whole bunch of narratives that's here. There's a whole bunch of stuff where like, yo, there's other stuff that's happening in his life that made him do that. You know what I mean? So, there's speculation on that too.
Yeah.
I just think for me, it was just kind of sad.
Do I need context for why they did what they did? I mean, I don't really think that needs to be explained. I don't really think we need to know their backstory and their motivation and their psychology or anything like that. Like,
Casey did put here, he did show his kids that it's okay to do that. She did put also, any woman would love to have a knight in shining armor, but she did put a but, so she just finishing our comments off. You know what I mean? Shout out to our man, Hey Press Play in the building, our Elite X building member in the building. But in all actuality, yes, Casey, reading off your comment here. I did bring up earlier though that I was listening to all the stuff going down between Will and Jada for the last 2-3 years, and I just find her super toxic. You know what I mean? A manipulator and all that stuff. Oh, both of them actually. That entire family. That's why earlier when I said, "Yo, these guys are weirdos," not necessarily their arrangement, but what's how they've progressed and stuff. She's saying a real woman would love to have a man who can handle himself better, is what Casey was saying here. Again, I don't know. What one question I had asked earlier, actually last night. I mean, I'm going to ask you guys: could this potentially have been a career killer? Who gets the bigger bag coming out of this? You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Ninja?
Career killer. I mean,
yeah, people were like, "Oh, you're done.
Yeah,
You're done
no,
for
no,
doing this."
no. I mean,
And also
if this
saying
was
like Chris Rock was done, and I was like, I don't think nobody's done here. But
no,
yeah, go ahead.
no. If this was maybe 20 years ago, maybe, but these two have built up so much clout that no, they're not done. You know, like Mel Gibson, you thought was done for being anti-Semitic, and he's not done. So this is nothing. This is two dudes slapping each other. It's not even two dudes slapping each other. It was one slap. It's not even really an incident. You know, it's barely an incident. Yeah, is it technically assault? Sure, I guess. Um, but is it really that big of a deal? I have a lot of trouble mustering up a lot of like care for
The
the
Hollywood elite.
slap. The slap, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Pontificate says Mike Tyson bit an ear off. He's fine. So I really don't think it matters. Like, because they didn't really do like they didn't. Will Smith didn't murder someone, right? He didn't like stab anybody. There's no blood. I mean, this is really the epitome of no blood, no foul, I guess.
Casey did put in the comments too. Chris Rock, though, mad props for not retaliating. There was this one moment though where it goes, ooh, like
Sure.
I could say something right now. I don't know if you guys caught that, but like it's like, oh man, like I want to say something right now. Could have
Yeah.
said something about August. You know, could a lot of people are
He
like,
probably
yo,
will. He probably will.
you know,
Yeah,
like
it's
oh,
probably gonna be
I'm
on his
gonna feel the slap till
Netflix
August.
special.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's
That's the
cool.
one joke people are saying. Like, you know, I'm gonna feel that. But I did read a report right before we went on that his ticket sales have tripled. You know, he's currently on tour right now, so
Yup.
those shows are now being sold out. People are
Because
they
he's gonna
want to
have
go
to
to the show and
address it.
find out.
And
Yeah.
somebody finna get roasted.
You think he's gonna go in? He has to, right?
He has to.
He has to, right?
Mhm.
He has to.
Yeah.
I think
And
he'll
it's gonna
address it. I don't know how much he'll say, but he'll at least address it. I don't know if he'll actually have like material. He might have
He
some
has.
basic stuff about him
He
being
has. He
cut
has a
by
group of
Jada or
writers.
something like that.
He has a group of writers. I'm sure they could come up with shit.
They can probably come up with something. I mean, obviously if he's doing stand up, it's going to need polish and all that kind of stuff. But he's
probably-
definitely
but-
going to say something. He'll definitely
at
say
the very
something.
least.
100%.
Yeah, at the very least, he'll talk up. He has to talk about it.
KC here says, I get it. Wow, man sticks up for a wife, but does Jada really need anybody sticking up for her? Is what KC said. What do you guys think about that? I was gonna say Grub Life had a funny joke last night. He was like, it's like, you know, he's making fun of you, Baldy. You go up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he's making fun of you. You go up there. So,
Well, that's the thing. He didn't have to go up there. I mean, even in that joke, like he said, he didn't have to go up there.
Casey also mentioned, if I were her, I would have told my husband, I'm okay. You know, just let it go. I'm not. You don't have to go up there or whatever. You know, but yeah. Again, we don't have that proof of him looking at each other and being like, you know, people have been speculating. You go up there. You know what I'm saying? People are like, yo, he got that look. Like, yo, I'm gonna, you know. I'm gonna cheat on you again, or I'm gonna call Pac again. You know, do a séance. You know, instead of going with you home with you tonight. You know what I mean? I seen all kinds of funny ass like, you know, memes and the one thing again that was jarring that I saw, just real quick, Joff. The one thing that I saw that was jarring is in White Hollywood. Everyone's like, this was all bad. This was a debacle. But if you go on, say, Black Twitter, the hip hop community, you know, also those forums, those places, everybody just had jokes. You know, and it's rough. You know, people were like, "Yo, everyone's checking on Will. How come nobody's checking on Chris? Checking if he's okay." You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that too. Like, dang, how come they? The one thing I saw was I'm waiting for an SNL skit, is what Cloud Effects is saying.
They definitely will. They definitely will.
Casey is saying he's just trying to prove to August Alsina he hard, but seriously, a slap. That's what people were talking about too. Why a slap? Why wasn't it a punch? People were saying like, well, maybe if it was a punch too, what if he had knocked him to the ground, hit his head on the stage?
Yeah.
What, there's so many different things. So him even getting judged that it was a slap, you know what I mean, is something also. So there's so many takes here and so many different hot takes, funny takes, comedy here. That it's tough, to see. When I asked these guys earlier, hey, do you guys feel some type of way? Again, I'm a Fresh Prince fan, not necessarily a Will Smith fan. I don't remember which movies of his I really, really like that I'm really ready to watch again or that I watch again and again. I don't think I have, movies
I mean, I
like
watch
that.
MIB. I watch MIB. I enjoy it,
But other than that,
but that's about it. Oh, Independence Day. I love.
Yeah, I saw
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Solo Swing, shout out to him too. He was another guy that I was talking to last night.
I Am Legend.
I believe the I Am Legend sequel is with Michael B. Jordan. He said, that was announced about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
So he's doing I Am Legend.
Sick, fun.
Yeah, with Michael B. Jordan.
But apparently, Will Smith is coming back. I think was the word, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. I don't know how true that is.
Solo, how are you, brother? Again, we're talking about the whole thing that went down.
Fuck around and find out. I do like that. Basically, on Twitter or Black Twitter, no matter which side you're supporting, it really was fuck around and find out. Right?
Yep.
Like whether or not you're Team Will or Team Chris or Team neither or Team both, I don't know. It really is it really does exemplify fuck around and find out. So
I feel like everybody lost here in a way, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people lost here in a way. You know what I mean? Like, if that had never gone down, we would have been talking. Well, I don't know if we would have been talking about it, but it should be celebrated, though, that Will Smith, somebody from, community that we're a part of. We're part of the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? So for him to not have to do no crazy shit in a movie, put out a good product, and be recognized for that. Instead, we're talking about an incident between, two of Hollywood's elite, dudes, both in comedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just sucks. Like, I'm a huge Chris Rock fan. I'm a big SNL fan, of course, first. So, like, I've grown up also with watching Chris Rock from the 90s, where, God, what was the name of the stand-ups he had back in the day? But, like, his stand-ups were just fire back in the day. He set the precedent for what, a comedian should be. This guy is really, really good. So to see a lame-ass joke like that, they are saying that maybe he did not know that she had alopecia. You know what I mean? But like what me and Joff, a.k.a. Mike Lowry, was saying earlier was like, yo, it's a G.I., just like what you said, it's a G.I. Jane joke. You know what I mean? Joff said, hey, that might have been, he probably thought, oh, that's her hairstyle. She cut it for something. He didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because she's always changing her hairstyle. You know what I mean? Jada always has different hairstyle. And if you didn't know she had a condition, then you probably think it was like, oh, that's her style.
Casey had mentioned that it did take so much away from the award. You know what I didn't like? I didn't like Puff Daddy talking about, hey, they all good. That was some bullshit. Like, P. Diddy was in that motherfucker talking about, yo, they all good. They squashed it, when he was like, dude, nobody squashed nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's out here giving false reports, just wanted to get his name back in there. You know what I'm saying? Tripping.
You want to get in there because, like, you want to be the one to fucking talk to Will or whatever. But
instead, Will was dancing to fucking Get Jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying?
That after party was interesting, I guess.
I didn't even read reports of the after party. I was like,
Dude, he immediately went
like
to
nothing
and started.
happened. Like
Yeah,
nothing happened.
and he went to the dance floor, Joff, and they were playing "Get Jiggy with It," and he was just like,
Yeah, like nothing happened. It's pretty funny.
not a big.
yeah,
I
no.
can't listen to no Will Smith songs past "Summertime." Like his best shit was "Summertime," and then I didn't like anything else he did after that.
Oh, you don't like "Welcome to Miami" when he
I don't
started
like any of
speaking
that stuff. I
Spanish
don't
and
That
like
was
none of
that
I
was
don't
not a
like
good
any of that
song.
stuff.
No.
I don't like
That was
none
not a
of
good
that
song.
stuff. So
Even
"Summertime"
the
was his greatest song.
even the Men in Black song. I mean, because that beat was so, it's he sampled that beat so hard from another song that I like that song
Mhm.
because of the original sample, not because of him.
yeah, it's a classic
You
one.
know, not because of him necessarily. I love the original song that the sample is from. So,
Solo Swing sings. So what happened after the Oscars? Anybody knows? We're talking about just immediately after the Oscars. What's his name was hosting his own party. You know, he was booked to host his own party. So Will Smith directly went to his party. I believe Chris Rock. He didn't go straight home. He went to a different party too. So yeah, they went out and
yeah,
still partied. Pontificate is saying also the condition is baldness, not terminal illness.
yeah.
That's one thing that I saw, which was kind of debatable. People are like, "Yo, it's nothing life threatening that she has. You know, get over it." But then I'm just like, "Well, how do you get over something that might affect you different? You know,
Yeah, that you can't really do anything about, or something like that. Yeah,
guys are sensitive to losing their hair sometimes and they might take
right.
it a different route, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if you go and hit them with jokes like that, they might feel a certain type of way.
I mean, everyone has something that they're self conscious about, right?
Yeah.
And who knows what those are? And yeah, they can be landmines, and it would suck. But I mean, obviously saying "suck it up," is not the best thing to do. But this is definitely something that could be hashed out, right? Like you guys, like someone was saying, like Jada could have just gone up to Chris Rock afterwards and be like, "Yo, I didn't appreciate that. Like that's one of those things that I'm very, uncomfortable about being talked about. It could have been dealt
Casey,
with."
Casey does have a question for us. We'll try to get this to you as best as we can, Casey. She's saying and this question's for all three of us here. We could start with Joff, Ninja, and then myself. Yeah, how would you guys have handled it? Is what she was saying. So, we lost Joff again.
No, I'm here. My camera's
Okay.
just fucked up.
Camera's frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Joff. How would you have handled this whole thing? From Will's point of view, is what Casey is saying. So go ahead, Joff.
Yeah, I would just, you know, well, Jada said to handle it. She didn't say fucking punch, fucking slap Chris Rock. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Jada didn't say like, "Oh, you gotta fucking slap his ass." She just said like, "Oh, he saw Jada got didn't appreciate that joke, and you don't have to like fucking be a Neanderthal." It's like, dude, you're it's a fucking Oscar show. It's fucking televised across the globe. You could have
I'm in
just
a
waited.
tuxedo.
Yeah, you could have just waited to go on break, like or once Chris said is finished, whatever. Like when Questlove is accepting the award, go to the fucking side, talk to his ass, and like, dude, what's up, and squash it there. But they had to. They had to fucking. That's shit. That's the choice. That's the option that he took. So it's like, fuck, dude. And Jada probably fucking saying like, this dumb motherfucker. I just told him to handle it. He fucking handled it like fucking West Philly style or whatever.
Yeah, he got into one little fight.
Yeah.
Ninja, what about you? How would you have handled it from Will's point of view? Is what Casey asked.
Yeah. I mean, we did address it earlier, but we can. I'll say it again. Yeah, I would have done it off screen. Well, Honestly, I would have if it was Jada that was upset, I would have talked to her first about it and see how she was feeling about that. Maybe there was a little bit of misunderstanding. Maybe me as Will Smith laughing at that joke. Maybe I thought that she was okay with it, but it turns out she's not okay with it. So yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. I wouldn't give a shit about what Chris Rock is saying. Chris Rock is just saying shit, right? We can handle that later. You know, we can handle Chris Rock later. We can call him up and text him or some shit later, right? But what's actually going on here is, if she's really upset, then yeah, let's hash that out. I can talk to I would talk to her and try and figure out what's going on. If it's me laughing at that joke and it's like, oh, I thought you were okay with this, I thought we were okay talking about it. I thought this was something that we could joke about. Maybe that was a misunderstanding. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that's the first thing I probably would have done, was trying to figure out why and how is it bothering her, what's bothering her. Was it even the joke? Wait, what if it was something else that was bothering her, not the joke itself? I don't know. But I would have that's where I would have started first, and then dealt with Chris Rock later, because fucking who cares? you know I get it's not like we're talking again. Yeah, we're not talking about a life threatening illness or anything like that. Is it a self conscious kind of thing? Yes, but this is not something that we need to necessarily fight people over. This is something that we can talk about and be like, "Yo, your words hurt. Let's Can we not do this again?" And really try to figure out whether or not Jada was actually feeling bad about herself, or she was feeling bad about something else. I don't know. But yeah, that's where the focus should have been. If he was really angry about him joking about her condition, that should have been his focus and priority, not necessarily what Chris Rock was doing. Because what does it matter? So yeah, that's what I would have done. Ron, you're muted.
Oh, my fault. Casey was saying, "Where is Jada's statement in all this anyway?" I think.
I don't think I saw anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
and I don't think she will, because
Yeah.
if anything, maybe while he was yelling to keep your wives, you don't see an arm trying to console him. I
Yeah.
think she was completely okay with how it went down.
Possibly, maybe
Pontificated, say poisonous tea later, boon style.
get some of that polonium. Get some of that polonium.
Nah, this is content for her red table talk, whatever. There's more shit for her to talk.
Oh man, this is
Possibly,
a lot.
yeah.
This is a lot. This is a lot. It's more content for everybody. It's a trickle down. I mean, that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be on a Monday night. We wouldn't even be streaming on a Monday night talking about this.
No, but we're like, what? If we wait till Friday, it's gonna be, you know what I mean.
Old
We wanted
news,
to get it.
old
Yeah, we
news.
wanted to get it while it was fresh for you guys. For me,
What's up, Jake?
what's up? How are you guys? It's tough. It's tough to see or to even be in a position like that. But I definitely would have. There would have been a conversation, but I don't think I would have gone up and assaulted somebody.
Yeah.
The way that he did. You know what I mean? I just thought that was classless. Earlier when I was asking you guys, like, hey, did you guys feel a certain way, some type of way about this? You guys aren't Will Smith fans, so you're like, I could only say I'm a Will Smith fan just because of the Fresh Prince. I don't watch his movies. I don't, so I did feel like, I just felt uneasy. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like to see Chris going through that. I didn't like the fact that it was two iconic black men that have broke barriers and done so much work, to all of a sudden be on stage on that type of shit. Earlier we talked about in 2016, they were talking about, the Oscars weren't black enough. So that's why Jada and them didn't go, and Chris Rock making those jokes and all that stuff. Fast forward to where we're at right now. The list is small also for black actors winning, the main, best actor award too. So it would have been cool on a Friday episode that we could have been talking about Will Smith for probably a movie that I did not see this movie.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think
I heard it
anyone.
sucked. I heard the movie sucks. But it was good.
So I'm just saying, like, instead, we're talking about the messiness, of everything going on. So, um, yeah, it's crazy.
And I think it's either when uh, they said I didn't see it, but when his acceptance speech, I think one of those Williams sisters had a wardrobe malfunction, so they had to like put the Academy seal so that they covered it up.
Yeah, it was like censored or something like that. Yeah.
So
We got a
it's
question here. Will you guys be attending WonderCon? WonderCon in LA is
In LA?
now I boycotted
Nah.
WonderCon, dog.
Nah. Betrayed. I
Yeah,
feel betrayed.
yeah.
Yeah.
We used to
WonderCon
go to
used to be up
WonderCon when it was
here.
up here. Yeah.
Yeah,
When it was in
then they
Oakland.
stole it from us.
Then they moved it to San Francisco. And
Stole
then
it.
now they're in LA. So yeah, no.
Anaheim.
Betrayal.
It's not even LA. It's
Betrayal.
Anaheim.
There you go.
Stabbed in the back.
They stole it
WonderCon,
from us.
never again.
Yep. Stole
You betrayed us. Go to
And me and Joff would work WonderCon. We
Yeah.
would have, me and Joff would have our tables at WonderCon back in the day when we were doing our art out there. So it really hurt us that all of a sudden they took that,
Yeah, they stole it.
like, I mean, shout out to down south because we have friends and all that out there. But y'all got everything already. Y'all didn't need to take WonderCon from us. What did they have at the time, Joff? They had San Diego Comic Con. Right?
Yeah,
They had
they had that.
SDCC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why the great Steve Wozniak, shout out to him, right? He gave us a con that's not as great,
Yeah, it's
but
Yeah.
it's getting, well, hopefully people support it, so
yeah, I can't say it's trash because like it's the first year and then the second year was fucking canceled because of the pandemic.
COVID. Yeah.
And they tried it
Right
this
into
year,
COVID.
or yeah, they tried it in 2021. I was there, so but it's still in the middle of the pandemic.
I think the last
so.
WonderCon we worked was the one where Christian Bale doing Batman at the time.
Yeah, he walked in front of my fucking.
Yeah, that was the last WonderCon I think that we had worked too. Me and Jeff had tables out there. We're like, holy shit, dude, it's American Psycho, dude. It's fucking Bruce Wayne.
He
we were
wasn't
like kind of
even,
geeked out
like-
about that.
Because he wasn't getting mobbed. Like people were just letting him.
No,
like,
people were. There was
Yeah, it's-
no excitement for Christian Bale's Batman. People were just like, "Oh, that's the new Batman." We're like, "Dude, that's fucking."
yeah, it's Christian Bale.
That's
'Cause we know
that's
American
Bateman,
Psycho.
dude. That's We're like,
You know,
"Holy
American
shit!"
Psycho,
Yeah.
fucking Rain of Fire, whatever. Gun Kata.
Cloud Effects is saying, trying
Yeah.
to convince Ninja Iceberg to go to TwitchCon with me. And,
Wasn't TwitchCon up here too? And now it's down south now.
It used to be, yeah. The like 2 years ago it was in San Jose, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
KC.
I think it's in San Diego again.
Casey was saying, "How about the one in Seattle, guys? Would you guys ever go to Emerald City
What, Emerald City? Yeah.
Comic Con? That's another big one."
Before the
I wanted
pandemic,
to.
I would have.
I wanted to work the Emerald City Con, but like, fuck it. Logistics didn't work out.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a weird thing about cons nowadays. I think ever since WonderCon moved down, I'm just kind of like conned out, I guess.
You don't go
I
to
used to go to a
smaller
lot of.
con- Wait, hold on.
We went to Big Wow.
Yeah,
We went to like
yeah.
Big Wow, here and there. Yeah, and I don't mind cons so much. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I'd rather go to like a small con rather than the big cons because San Diego Comic Con. I've always wanted to go, but now that it's more about movies rather than comic books,
Yeah,
it doesn't really hold much of an appeal to me anymore. Like I can just stay home and watch trailers, right? Like, and that's what the main draw of the New York Con is about, and San Diego Comic Con is about is trailers and new movies and new announcements and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't really need to go to these places to watch these announcements and trailers and stuff like that. Cloud Effect says, never been to a con, want me to break his cherry. All right, dude. All right, Cloud. You freaking weirdo. Never been to a con? Never been to an anime con? Have we never? Oh, okay. I guess we've never been to anime.
Oh, together?
Con.
Did you talk about
Yeah,
together?
yeah. Yeah, Cloud's a buddy of mine, so.
He
And yeah,
wants to
he's been trying
experience
to
it
get.
with you, correct?
He wants to know what a con is like. And you know what? A con is interesting, but it is very tiring. And if you go to enough, I personally feel a little wiped out by them, but
By 2 p.m.
um,
By 2
dude,
p.m., 3 p.m.,
yeah,
right?
Essentially, if you've
dude,
been to one, you've been to all of them.
been to all of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, Comic Cons, yeah. TwitchCon will
yeah.
probably be a
TwitchCon,
little
I haven't
different.
been TwitchCon.
I've never been to one of those, and it's like, ooh, do I get to meet my favorite streamer? Do I really want to meet my favorite streamer? I don't really care that much. Like,
Well, we should. Well, we are also on Twitch, so shout out to Twitch for having us and all that stuff. So, I was gonna say,
sure.
how would you feel though if all of a sudden people are like, "Hey, I want to meet the hub." How would you feel about that,
Shit.
Joff? What if there's some guy out there that's a huge podcasting fan that all of a sudden relates to you? He's
Oh,
like, dude,
I have a.
he's my guy. Joff is my guy. Joff inspires me in the morning. I listen to the hubs. By the way, you could go to Elite X Kumu on YouTube to check out all our episodes. You could binge watch Joffrey right now.
What's
What
up, Kalita? How you doing? First time chatter in my chat. Look at that.
Hey, there you go. But
K Dog. What's up?
is that our Kalita from high school, Kalita? Oh my
Wild.
goodness. How are you? Yo, shout out to my girl Kalita. She's been killing it. In her own career. She's great. So please follow Kalita right there. If you happen to be on Twitch, right? She's on Twitch right there.
She's on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to you, dude. She goes, yes, Indie Zoo. Shout out to you, Kalita. It's been a long, long time, so I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so again, Joff, like, how'd you feel, Joff, if all of a sudden some guy was like, oh, dude, I relate the most to Joff. I can't wait to see him do a live.
We need to go to TwitchCon to meet up with our fans.
Yes. Would you be okay with that? How would you feel about that? If there's some guy out there in the world that all of a sudden, hey, I relate to you. Because that's how I found my favorite podcast, Joff. I was a huge fan of the original Joe Budden podcast, not necessarily for Joe Budden, but because of the unknown guys that he had on the show. Fast forward all these years later, the new Rory and Mal show, they got their own bag. They're killing it right now. They have their own following. How would you feel, though, Joff, if there was some guy out there that's into podcasts, into the stuff that we do? He's like, you know what? Joff's my fucking guy. I want to meet him. Would you be open to meeting somebody like that, fans like that inspire you? What's up, Joff? Because you do. I mean, you're an artist. You've had people ask you to do things in an artistic way. So, how would you handle that?
It's cool. You know, I don't.
So you'd be open to it.
Yeah.
Meeting a bunch of could be weirdos that smell like hot
Dude,
Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
I'm used to it.
Okay, so
I'm one of them.
There's one time, it may, it's either, I think it's SuperCon, like in the tent, or whatever. This kid and his dad, he bought a print, right? And then they took a picture, like with me and his son holding the print, and I overheard him while they were walking away, like, "Yeah, take a picture. Yeah, you got a picture of him. He could be somebody one day." Then you say you took a picture with him.
I mean,
that's usually how it works, right?
True. Who knows?
I was like, "Oh man."
True.
I didn't know how to react. I didn't know if I was gonna, like, what? I ain't shit now. Fuck you. But but and then it's weird because
Telling a child "fuck you" is awesome. Go ahead, Joff.
It's like I've been in positions where this dude. It's always SuperCon that I encounter weirdos. Like WonderCon less so, but
All right, here
SuperCon
we go.
it's just
Let's
like
go. What was the request you got? What was the commission you got?
nah. This dude wanted me to review his portfolio. I was like, what? All right, all right, but it's like, I didn't have the heart to tell him he fucking sucked.
Oh, I think I know this dude. I think I might have looked at the same portfolio too. This was, I am not sure if this is the same guy, Joff.
I didn't
Yeah,
have the
go
heart
ahead.
to tell him like he was terrible because he had a lot of work, and he was like, and I just said like, dude, you put in a lot of work because like he showed me tons of shit, like over 40, at least over 40 pages of work, and that's a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you fucking
But
bust your
the
ass.
artwork was so
It was
bad, right?
trash.
It
Yeah.
was trash, Ninja. I know who you're talking about, Joff, because he came up to my table too.
Well,
He's like, "Can you look at my stuff?"
so you don't say they're bad.
Art is
but you
subjective.
do-
Art is subjective. No,
Yeah.
dude, Waldo, you know what it looked like?
So
I don't
so
know
you.
if
Hmm.
I don't know if Jaffa will agree, but it looked like he put tracing paper on top of something else
Because
with a pen.
I just didn't know how
It
he
looked
would react if I told him like, dude, because I wanted to tell him like, "Ooh, you clearly have the work ethic because you put in a lot of work."
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's not great. But this is what all the stuff that you could work on. You know, I don't know how he's gonna react to like, because it wasn't totally negative. I'm not ripping him. I was just gonna
Mhm.
tell him like uh, the stuff that he needs to work on. But because when he showed me his shit, he was so proud. That's the thing. It was like his face, like he was feeling himself, like, "Oh, I'm putting in all this work, whatever." And fuck, I don't want to fucking shit on like, cause I don't know how he would.
and also, why are you asking us, huh? We're
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah, I don't know how he would react to me telling him honestly, like a feedback. I don't know how if he has fucking a thick skin. I'm used to fucking you know fucking getting my work ripped because like that's part of the gig, like
Mhm.
But I don't know if he's ready for that, and I didn't want to have him, uh, you know, get discouraged and shit. So, and all of his
Uh,
characters were black, also.
okay.
So
I'm not familiar
It's
with
the
Glenn
same guy
character.
that we're talking about, Joff. It's
yes,
the
it's
same
like oh,
guy.
like dude, okay, like it's cool, but like everybody looks the same, and like it's just different clothes, but it's like
It literally looked like somebody took a piece of paper, put it on something else, traced it, and it was just pages and pages of that. And I was just like, I mean, what's bad when the guy's drawing his own word bubbles. And, there was no professionalism here. I mean, his own word bubbles, his own text in the word bubbles, and if his art was already trash, how much more so his penmanship? Like it was just like super bad. And I remember him going to John's. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then he coming over to me. I was like, oh, what am I gonna open up to? I was just like, holy shit. And for you to, I felt bad. I almost felt bad being like, this good. What are you gonna do? Say it's really bad,
yeah,
when, and also I'm trying to gauge it on my own skills too. You know,
yeah. I wasn't. I just didn't have the heart to be like
I
super
mean,
honest.
you kind of point out like, you know, here's some places that you could work on, that kind of thing, right? Like, you don't have to
Yeah,
rip into the guy, but you could be
yeah. I
like,
didn't.
oh, this right here needs a little bit of work. It's a little rough here. Your inking here could use a little bit of work. Blah 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 blah. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
you could do it that way.
I kind of
And
did a
then
little bit. I was just like, I like yeah, you put in a lot of work, and you could work
yeah.
on this a little bit, but I wasn't
Mhm.
totally like, yo, fuck it. You know, I was thinking about that because I could have given him like, oh, you have to work on your anatomy. These are some of the books that you could check out.
Mm.
I wasn't thinking ahead like that to tell him this is what
Yeah.
you have to do.
Yeah.
I was just
You're
like,
probably
man, this.
thinking if I'm honest, if I'm too honest to this guy, he'll probably stop tomorrow or he'll stop tonight.
And I was just like, man, this shit sucks. And I was also like, because he wasn't that young.
Ah, okay.
That's what fucked me over, Joff. Because when he came over, he's an older looking gentleman, and then when you see his art, it literally looks like a 7-year-old traced on a comic book page. You know what I'm saying? And
He
it was
wasn't. He
just
wasn't
like
that young.
so bad. It was so bad, and I'm just like, ugh. Like I know my shit's not dope, but either, but it's definitely, I definitely have some kind of form or whatever. His stuff was just like what Joff said about the anatomy, about characters looking old, too much alike and stuff like that. It was
Mhm.
just really, really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Uh, question is, how old was he? Oh God, yeah. How old do you think he was, Joff?
Uh,
I'd say he was under 30. He was under 30 for
yeah,
sure.
it's like 25, 27, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
yeah. Mhm.
And like, for that age, he should be like. Well, I,
Better.
I can't. I can't say
Depending
because
on yeah,
yeah,
depending on how
because
long he's been.
I don't know when he started. Could have
Mm.
started fucking 2 weeks ago, some shit like that.
Okay.
Um,
You should have asked him, hey, when did you start?
yeah,
Mhm.
but hey, he had a lot of work, so he's not averse to putting in that, working on shit. So that has at least that he has that going for him. Like he'll put in the he'll put in the work.
I do miss working cons though. That was just always fun. I haven't worked a con in a long time. Joff is the only one out of the crew that actually
There's yeah,
pursued
funny.
it really, and got to do work outside, which has allowed him to keep coming back and doing these cons. So shout out to Joff. I just want to give a shout out to Joff real quick.
Uh,
Me and Ninja and the boys have always supported this dude from the
there's
early
a there's a con
2000s of
coming up.
us
I
doing this
think
stuff. So yeah, man,
there's a
awesome
con
that you're still
coming up
doing it.
in the area because I was looking at it. I was planning. It's like, all right, I think it's in August or
Mm,
July or something like that. So it gives me time. I think it's like somewhere in San Jose. It's the same people that do Big Wow. They're doing a con around in the
nice.
area. So,
Okay.
but it's not it's gonna be in Oakland. I think the old Marriott, the old WonderCon place.
Oh man, I love that venue. It was
That
just so
yeah.
big. Yeah.
So I think they're doing it there. So I got it like because I think Bobby posted some shit and I just followed the fucking rabbit hole like it's these guys. Oh,
Shout out to my old boss Bobby. You know what I mean? I worked for I worked many years for his comic book store. My bucket list of
Mhm.
being able to work in a comic book store was because of our good friend Bobby. I had to do a whole bunch of I had to get him Oreo shakes, right? From back in the day, Joff.
yeah. Give me an Oreo shake. Give me Oreo shake.
Yo, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 139 of the Hub 408 special Monday episode for you guys. We're talking about the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock debacle, you know, making jokes, cutting up, also having serious takes on it. People have been asking us what we would have done, how we would have handled it. I've been asking these guys how they would have handled it and all that stuff. Um, it is unfortunate though. Again, it's unfortunate to see two dudes that work super hard, in their careers and all that, to all of a sudden it seems be drawn to this one. I think Chris Rock has kind of kept out of the limelight these last couple years. I know he had recently gone through a divorce and all that stuff a couple years ago. He was back out there again, but he's generally kept pretty quiet. I don't remember the last time I seen a movie from him. I do remember watching his most recent stand up
Was he in Grown Ups or something?
a couple years ago. Oh yeah, he did Grown Ups. He did Saw also.
Yeah.
Right?
Directed.
Oh yeah, he did Saw. Yeah.
He did Saw, but I haven't seen a movie of his in a minute. But I did watch his last stand-ups, stuff. I think that might have been on Netflix or whatever a couple years ago. Really good stuff. Really good, because he's older. We remember him doing stuff like Bring the Pain and Bigger and Blacker, and he's always been an upper echelon comedian. So for him to, take a shot. What we were talking about earlier, Jeff, the West Philly came out last night, right? West Philly came out, and represented very, very well, in the form of, what did the five fingers say to the face? You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, we're talking about the memes that was out there. Drake put out this one meme of Will Smith coming out of the genie bottle in Aladdin. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just like different context to the things that people were, like a lot of people were cheering him. A lot of people were cheering him. A lot of people also disappointed in him. A lot of people also making fun of Chris Rock for, again, getting the shit smacked out of him, but also a lot of people praising him that he took it that way. I just think it's sad, in general. I was going to say, do you, Ninja, you have any closing thoughts regarding this whole thing? I know earlier you said, hey, it's kind of over with, right? People kind of apologizing to each other, but is it over? Do you think we're going to get, I don't know. I think this might go on for a while. And I mean, yeah, you got the shit smacked out of you. I think we're going to hear from Chris Rock. What do you think?
I mean, obviously, people are still going to be talking about it. I think it should just be one and done. Like, let them hash it out and be done with it. But I feel like people are just going to have wild takes for a while because of what happened, and I think that's going to be much more ridiculous and over the top than what actually happened. Like the stuff, the clip meme industrial complex based on this one incident is going to be eating good for a while, I feel. Whereas the actual inciting incident is like meh. Like I'm already over it personally. Like I was over it like last night. like I said, I saw it. I thought it was like, oh wow, that's pretty wild, and that was really about it. And I feel like some people are still, at least online, are still going on it. Going after it, still talking about it, still making jokes about it, and yeah, it'll probably be going on for a while, and it'll crop up here and there, obviously, whenever they make public appearances. People are going to probably say shit, and that's just what happens. You're gonna have to deal with it pretty much for the rest of your life. I feel like someone's gonna say something, So, yeah, sucks to be them in that situation, but that's what happened.
What about you, Jeff? How do you think this is all gonna? Is this gonna? I don't know. Like, yeah. What's your thoughts on this? Final thoughts.
So I'm just gonna take a cue from Chris Rock. Learn from his mistake. I should just like shut the fuck up about fucking the Komari Hood logo before they slap me. So
there you go.
That's it. I was like, oh shit. See what happened to Chris Rock? Kept talking shit. Got slapped. I'm like, all right. I got
talk
you.
Shit, get hit. Talk
Yeah,
shit, get
exactly. Talk shit, get hit. So I'm like, shit, it's the last time I'm gonna fucking hear it from me. Sorry, ladies.
I was gonna say my final thoughts on this. I
Toxic,
just
so toxic.
it is a toxic thing. I mean, there was a whole bunch of narratives we didn't get into, but they're out there if you want to go and look at that stuff. But again, I just feel bad that we've seen. We've been with these celebrities. Well, for me, I can only speak for myself, but I'm just saying these are people that have been a part of my childhood. I'm an SNL fan. I was a Fresh Prince fan. You see these guys throughout your whole life, and you think, all right, they should be at the age in their life. I mean, they have gray hairs. They're old like us. You know what I mean? They should just be chilling. And it's just unfortunate that something like this had to happen. So that's my only take on it. Guys, thank you guys for joining us. I know usually, we don't really do Monday shows no more unless maybe something important comes up that we can't, get it out of the way. I just want to thank Joffrey also, aka Mike Lowry, for joining us tonight. Same thing with Ninja Iceberg. Please follow Elite X Kumu on YouTube. You can binge watch all of our episodes there. Make sure you follow the Hub 408 here on Facebook. Follow the Elite X on Facebook. Make sure you guys are following all the names down here too. So was there any other things that you guys want to talk about before we get up out of here? I didn't want to keep you too long, Jeff, because I know that you said that Mondays is a little hard for you.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, just had to get it out before strike while the iron's hot.
We had to.
Yeah.
Cloud Effects is throwing up the peace sign. I appreciate you, Cloud Effects, for joining us. Shout out also to the homegirl Kalita. You know what I mean?
Stopping by,
Master
yeah.
Cal. Yeah, that was kind of awesome right there.
Wild.
I was like, Kalita? I was like, I only know one Kalita in my brain. So I was like, awesome. So, hey, thank you guys for joining us. Guys, anything else that you guys wanted to get out of the way? I was going to say, I believe Moon Knight is this week. Is Moon Knight this week?
Yeah, this Wednesday. Yeah.
It's this Wednesday, so we'll probably have some takes.
Something to talk about on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Spoiler alerts. We're going to talk about Moon Knight on Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought it was last week. I was tripping on.
I thought so too, but it's the 30th. So
did they move it? I swear.
I don't know,
because they said it was the 23rd, and then all of a sudden it was the 30th.
I don't remember.
Well,
maybe. Yeah.
I know I'm excited to watch that. It's kind of cool to see a new Marvel property that has no ties to anything. So it feels like trying potato chips that aren't even on the market yet. It's not a Doritos, it's not a Cheetos. It's its own thing. So
it's some weird Asian chip. Yeah.
Yes. Egyptian chip, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So shout out to Oscar Isaac, right? Is it Oscar Isaac?
Yeah.
That's doing the show.
And Ethan Hawke.
Oh, Ethan Hawke too. The great Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what I'm in for, but I'm super excited. So this Friday we'll probably have some takes on that. So make sure you guys watch Moon Knight, and we'll always have right, Ninja. We usually put the spoiler alert at the bottom here too.
I'll put a little spoiler thing on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys don't want to see
spoiler.
If you guys don't want to see anything you guys don't want to listen to, make sure you pay attention to the banners right here. So yeah. I was going to say we are out of here though. Again, thank you to thank you to the guys, dude. Ninja Iceberg, Mike Lowry, aka Joffsimus. Shout out
Hancock or some shit. Some horrible Will Smith movie. What was his name in After Earth?
That movie is fucking.
He should have gotten slapped for After Earth.
That movie was fucking horrible, dude. That movie was really horrible too. And the other one with the alien one, it was supposed to be like the Alien Nation type reboot or like a fake Alien Nation. The one where his police partner's a alien.
Oh, Bright?
Yeah.
That wasn't too good.
Was
the Netflix one? I remember when it was named Alien Nation as a kid. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
Yeah, I know.
hey, maybe we could go through really bad Will Smith movies or really bad Chris Rock movies next time. I don't know. We got to stay on their necks though. That was funny. That happened. Unfortunate, but it gave the world something to talk about. Gave us something to talk about for you guys. And from the looks of it, we've had a steady view of people, on our multiple platforms too. So hey, that means you guys wanted us to talk about it and hear it too. So we love that we're able to give you guys content, and that's pretty much it. So Joff,
Yeah.
Ninja?
Let's get out of here before Joffrey's
fucking
internet
Xfinity.
destroys. And so,
Yeah.
Xfinity.
Take care, guys. We'll see you guys. Peace.
All right.
Episode 140 this week. Later.